So he apologized for being in the KKK. Rare. No, he didn't spend the rest of his life apologizing for it. Not at all. You know who truly apologized? Remember George Wallace, Governor Wallace. He apologized for his asinine behavior. He did it heartfelt numerous times, and even on TV. I don't ever recall Robert Byrd doing such a thing. I'm just saying. Now, well, and you have to understand, George Wallace wasn't trying to get elected for anything when he was apologizing. Some people say, well, he's just trying to clear his conscience because he's going to die, Rod. That's all he was doing. Well, that may be. But usually when people are trying to get themselves right with the Lord, they know that they just can't say, God's not going to be fooled by them saying something they don't mean. And people know this. When they feel that their time has come to meet their Maker, and they think that they've realized that they've lived their life in the wrong, and they have an epiphany of it, they have a true heartfelt change, because they know there's no way in hell they're going to be able to fool God. They can fool man, but they cannot fool him. So if you want to use the excuse, well, he was just trying to get right with God before he died. Well, I hope he was sincere then, because he isn't fooling God. But I didn't hear Robert Byrd do that. Anybody else out there hear Robert Byrd do that? I didn't hear Robert Byrd do that. Yeah, so now the lamestream media is trying to put the GOP candidates on the defensive. Oh man, this guy donated money to. What do you? I mean, how do you know when you're taking the money, when the money's coming in? It's through the networks, your networks. Where the money's coming from. You don't know right away. You're not gonna, unless a guy is handing you the check, hand in hand. You're not going to be able to say, well, no, we're not. There's no software program that's going to stop donations you don't like. You're going to have to turn around and give the money back if you don't want to be associated with them. That's pretty typical. Both sides of the political aisle. I don't care if it's the left or the right. That's just the way it works. But hey, we got this guy giving $8,500 to Senator Cruz. Senator Cruz is giving it back. How many millions of dollars has Bill and Hillary accepted from illegal, questionable, and foreign donors? And how much of it have they given back? Nowhere near all. So I want to see the story by the Globe talking about Hillary and Bill giving money back and being influenced. Are they trying to? They're trying to make the connection that this Earl Holt III is going to be influential on the candidates. Well, if that's the case, then for $8,500, what do you think hundreds of millions of dollars is going to get you, Hillary? Influence, yeah. You think $500,000 for a speech? Do you think that they're actually paying Bill $500,000? Do you think his 40-minute speech is really worth $500,000? Or do you think there's something else going on there? Well, abso-freaking-lutely, there's something else going on there. But I don't. I'm just sick of the whole mess. I'm sick of the whole liberal freaking mess. I'm becoming intolerant. I've already been intolerant of stupidity. Now I'm just plain intolerant of liberalism and liberals. Plain and simple. I just not going to deal with it. Not going to put up with it. Not going to take it. Not, the old movie. What was the movie about the news? I'm mad as hell. I'm not going to take it anymore. Network. Early 70s movie called Network. Oh, I'm done taking it. Done. This is gone beyond the level of going too far. That line in the sand, that was crossed long ago. It was crossed, and now it's time for us to start beating these, as conservatives and constitutional conservatives and people who believe in the United States as our founding fathers established it. It's time to start beating these leftist idiot a-holes back to that line in the sand. And once we get to the line in the sand, it is time. Then we need to really turn on the pressure and just bury their heads in the sand. Just bury them and be done with them. We got to stop being timid about this stuff. You can't cower anymore. You can't let them rule, and they're not going to get to dictate anymore. What the discussion is, and not around me. They're not going to be able to do it because I'm going to reverse it on them. And they are going to, what's the old term? They will rue the day that they try to pull any of this crap on me. Well, you just don't understand racism. Oh, do tell a black man what racism is all about, Mr. Whitey. Just saying. All I can say is if you're a liberal and you think you want to bring it, bring it. I will bury you. I'll bury you so deep that even a ground penetrating radar won't be able to find you. So Clinton urges retailers to pull Confederate flag products. That's right. Clinton, the wonderful, the wonderful bastion of morality, has decided that the Confederate flag is just beneath the American people and should not be sold. Forget the fact that people should have the opportunity, or to buy just about whatever they want. It's an innocuous flag, for crying out loud. I know there are some people, well, it's not innocuous, Rod, the meaning, but that's not the meaning behind the flag, that flag. Let me tell you something. If they're able to do this, if they're able to scare and pressure companies to remove something as innocuous as the Confederate rebel battle flag, what stops them from doing other stuff? All right, look, they're already trying to go after the guns again. I see it all the time. I'm so sick of people saying, I'm so sick and we got to get rid of guns. I'm so sick and I'm tired of guns killing people. Really? Okay, do tell. When was the last time you ever heard of a gun killing someone? Oh, those 9 people, Rod. A gun killed them. Yeah. A gun grew legs, a brain and some eyes, walked into that church and fired itself. Well, no, but you know what no. I don't know what you mean. You said a gun killed these people. And I'm telling you, you've got to stop this stupid BS, because a gun didn't kill these people. A person killed those people using a gun. And it's a good thing he decided to use a gun instead of what? A bomb. Because there would have been a lot more deaths than 9. He wasn't that smart, right? You don't have to be that smart. You can figure it out by going online. Isn't that how Tim McVeigh did it? Remember that? Didn't use a gun, did he? Oklahoma, remember that? Didn't use a gun. Used a bomb. Did we hear a call for a recall on certain types of fertilizer? So it can, oh no, we gotta get rid of this fertilizer. I'm so sick and tired of fertilizer killing people, Rod. Did we hear any of that? No, we didn't. Because the anger was justly put on Timothy McVeigh and his co-conspirators. So this whole notion that we need to ban guns because guns kill people, it is bullshit. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. People kill people using guns, yes. Using knives, hammers, bombs, even their own fist, in their feet. Ever hear of somebody getting beat to death? People have been killed by a bat from people wielding a bat. Baseball bat, softball bat. Do we hear a call to get rid of baseball bats? Well, now you're just being silly and ridiculous. No, I am not being silly and ridiculous because I'm using your mentality, your idiotic logic, and telling you that you can't just limit it to one thing. If you're going to use that kind of logic, you better get rid of just about everything. Because anything, including your vehicle, can be used as a weapon to murder somebody. I mean, I don't know how else to tell you. But you better understand that it isn't the item that is used that is doing the killing. It is a person using the item. Plain and simple, period. You can't get around that logic. You can't. Because that's the truth. You just can't get around that logic. Don't you hate it? I know the left hates it when you actually use logical truth on them. They can't stand it. They will throw a fit. They will call you names. It's like watching a 3-year-old throw a temper tantrum. I mean, they just have a fit. You can't say that. It's the gun, man. It's the gun. No, it's not the gun. I just proved to you it's not the gun. It's the person wielding the gun. That person didn't decide to pull the trigger. If that, and I'm going to use a term, if that white boy, even though he stepped into that church, if that white boy didn't decide with his own mind, under his own mental capacity, in his own little stupid teeny tiny pin drop brain, didn't give the signal to his finger to pull the trigger some 9+ times while his hand pointed the barrel of the gun at 9 or more people, then those people will still be alive. See, the gun cannot raise itself and aim itself and then fire itself. No. It took that white boy to do that. He had to command his hand to aim and fire. You can't get around that. Not the gun's fault. I mean, he could have just as easily, never pulled the trigger. He could have just as easily not commanded his legs and feet to walk him into that church. You can't deny it. The gun did not kill those people. That boy killed those people using a gun. And if he really wanted those people dead, he would have used anything that he thought would have made him successful, even if guns weren't available. And actually, there probably would have been more people dead if he used a bomb. Think about it.